Please remember that all the opinions in the show are those of the host and should only be taken as food for thought. We're in no way telling you to do anything. Everything is kept anonymous for the safety of the listeners and no information is shared to anyone else. If you are easily offended by people's opinions or views, then thank you for making it this far, but this is not the podcast for you, so see you later. And please enjoy the rest of the show. I avoided a beating, guys. I must have been forgotten about pretty quick. The guy got back with the girl even after catching chlamydia from her. Laugh my ass off. What a fucking waster. You know what I mean?
I would never. But, oh, what, you give me an STD? Oh, that's all right. Let me just take some antibiotics.
No. And then carry on with you. She's a fucking cheater.
Once she's done it, she's going to do it again.
Yeah. And then he's like, his mates must think he's a right fucking, he's like, I'm going to beat the shit out of this guy, and then just...
They'll probably all try and have sex with the missus now.
Yeah. Is that story I told you with the guy that they get him drunk and make him pass out, and then they bang his fucking missus on top of him?
I still can't get over that story. Poor fella.
Well, it sounds like you dodged a bullet anyway, so it's all right. I'm seeing a new girl at the minute, and she tells me I can only see the boys every now and then, and not every weekend like I have been. I gym it with my boy every day, and she's trying to put a stop to that as well. I like her a lot, but I don't like being controlled or letting her think she can control me, but every week it seems to be a new issue with my social life. How can I nip this in the bud without running my situation with her? Without ruining my situationship? Is that a real word?
Situationship, yeah.
With her. Sounds like a Dan word.
That's like a X on the beach word. Because they don't want to commit to anything.
I think, like, because we always say to women, like in the past, we're like, when you're in a new relationship, you can't let a guy get away with everything. And this person's just gone way over the fucking, like, cracking that whip.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I think it's a difficult one in the way that you don't want, like, there to be unneeded drama at this stage, but you also want, like, you want it to be, you want to be assertive enough that you're not going to get walked over from the off.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's got to be equal, right? That's the whole thing. Like, right at the beginning of a relationship, one person's always more dominant than the other.
Yeah.
So you either get away with everything, and then later on down the line, they get annoyed because you're not doing anything at all, or they get everything they want, and down the line, you're like, I've got no social life. I'm miserable. All I do is see her. You know what I mean? There's no balance.
And we've said it before, like on previous, with previous emailers, like, you need time to yourself outside of the relationship. Otherwise, it's not going to be a healthy relationship for either of them.
Yeah. And the thing about the gym as well, like, the gym is really good for your mental health for a start anyway. And I don't see why that's a problem, because if you're going to the gym with your mate, you're getting a double whammy there. And how long are you at the gym for? 2 hours max, unless you're a fucking thing.
Yeah, unless you're an actual, like, gym monkey.
Yeah,
you're not going to be in there all day. Another thing is, like, I had an ex. I don't know whether I probably have said it on the podcast. I probably said everything about me on the podcast. But she did, like, this thing twice a week, and she told me that the days that she weren't doing them things were the days that I could see that she was doing them things was the days I could see my mates.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as she told me that, I went quiet for the rest of the evening, went home, and I deleted her on everything. Never heard from me again until
Jamie's no
chaos in the nightclub.
No confrontation, just a see ya. Not even a see ya, just a block.
Like, do you know how people get ghosted nowadays? I did that in real life, mate.
Jamie's gone so quickly, she thinks he was a fucking dream. You know what I mean?
That was like a mirage.
That's what I mean, though. Like, if he's going to the gym with his mate, then she should be happy because he's seen his mate at a time where he was doing something. It's like going to work and your mate comes in like you're getting like a double whammy, right? Like there's no, you're not spending extra time later on with your mate. You've already seen him.
Exactly, and he could be spending it like another bloke could be spending time with his mate in a pub where he could be like where he could be women in the vicinity that are interested. Where at the gym they're there for doing the gym,
Yeah,
but some people are just controlling, man. They need 100% of someone's time, and
I
unfortunately, those people are never going to be in like a healthy relationship.
well, but they just need to find other people that like that. But I mean, like, I get with the whole not seeing your mates every weekend because once you get into a relationship, like I said, it's equal, right? It's give and take. So some weekends you're going to spend it with her, and then she has to understand that some weekends you're going to spend it with them. Because
Yeah,
there's always change when you meet someone. It's not never going to be the same.
it has to be both. Like I've got mates that as soon as they get a girlfriend, they're gone and disappeared.
Yeah,
And then as soon as they're single, they want to go out every weekend.
yeah,
And you just got to find the happy medium. Like you'll meet up less, but you still got to meet up. Like I've maintained, I'm a bad friend in terms of keeping up with people, but those that I have kept up with, I maintain to go out with them or do something with them, like at least once every couple of months or something. Do you know what I mean? I'm not
yeah.
with Charlotte dead on every weekend. Never, never.
Maybe it's like the certainty that she doesn't like. Like she doesn't want to just assume that you're going out every night. So maybe it's like you need to plan ahead
Mm.
so she knows that it's coming up and being like, look, I'm not giving up it completely, and I understand that you want to spend time together. And I'd be like, going to the gym with your mate is just like going to work, right? If you do it enough, it's just it's in your routine, and
Yeah,
just be like, that's not changing for us flat out because my mental health is better when I go to the gym. So that's not changing. But I'm quite happy to spend some weekends with you, but I'm still going to see my mates as well, and we'll just plan it so you know that it's coming. I don't think that's unreasonable.
no, it's not. No, it's definitely not. It would be unreasonable for her to say no to that. I think you just got to be fair in it. Especially at the beginning of a relationship, there's always a power struggle anyway between mates and the new partner because
Mm-hmm.
they're trying. Both sides are trying to feel out what's going to happen, like whether you're going to be because there is guys that are fuckers that will just go out every day after work to the pub every day with their mates, leave the missus at home like it's 1950s.
Yeah.
Um, and you need to figure out whether that person's that person. But this guy is just doing what a normal guy would want to do and meet up with his friends occasionally. And as long as he's making time for both, there shouldn't be an issue.
No, it makes your life fuller. You know
Mm.
what I mean? When you got a bit of both. But like, Sabine is quite lucky, really, because I'm the sort of person that doesn't give a fuck about anyone. So, so she's always like, "Oh, it's when she speaks about meeting with her friends and that right at the beginning. It was almost like she felt guilty for leaving me, and I'm like, go out with your mates. Because I'm doesn't bother me. So I'll just talk to Jamie, or I'm quite happy sitting on my own. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Sometimes when she goes out, I just sit at her flat and just watch the telly or like do podcast stuff. Doesn't you know what I mean? Doesn't phase me at all. I'm quite happy if she wants me to go with her to meet her friends or whatever.
Yeah,
I quite happily go, but if she wants to go on her own, you know what I mean? Fair play to her.
exactly.
No, it doesn't
Exactly.
bother me.
You need a break from each other, man.
Yeah, what have you, I don't understand. Like my cousin and her partner, like they text each other while they're in the same room with each other.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, and I think to myself like how do people function when you spend every living moment? Like, what you got to talk about?
Honestly, if Charlotte, because Charlotte has this thing where she calls me when she's driving about, yeah, at work.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in the middle of something at work, I won't pick up. But like, if I was to not pick up all day, we'd have loads to talk about at the end of the day. But if me and Charlotte spoke to each other, if I had a quiet day at work and we spoke to each other a lot during the day, by the time we get home, the only thing we end up talking about is the show we're watching or something, because we've talked about everything, and that's like 5 conversations during a day. So I don't
Yeah.
get people that are like up in each other's business all the time.
No.
I ain't got enough things to say to myself, let alone fucking someone else that amount of time.
I'm quite happy with, like, me and Sabina got up on Saturday. Was it Saturday or last Saturday? We made breakfast together. We made like pancakes and like sausages and bacon and that. We sat down at the table and I put something on my phone for us to watch. And then we sat there for about an hour and didn't say nothing to each other. I was doing something and she was doing something, and I was like, "This is fucking great."
Yeah, it was like chilling.
Yeah. Because like once you get to a point where you're comfortable with each other that you don't feel it necessary to say anything to each other, that's fucking bliss, man. You know what I mean? Like,
I always think
fucking
that,
loving it.
like, but do you know when you like at a restaurant and it's like you and your partner? Me and Charlotte do
Yeah.
this thing where we like look at other couples, because like sometimes there's a couple that clearly hate each other, yeah. And then like they're sitting at the table like 2 tables over, and you look over and they've not said a fucking word to each other since they sat down. And it's just like, I said, Charlotte, do you know how me and you are like quite comfortable to sit there and chill for a bit and not say nothing? I was like, they're deliberately not talking to each other because they don't like each other. I said the only thing that's said at that table is when they're ordering stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, good luck, man. You'll get it sorted. Just be firm, but don't start an argument about it. If she's gonna start raising her voice and stuff like that, just end it, because it's not a situation that needs to have an argument. You're just trying to figure out how you're both gonna, get on with your life. So, like I said, raises her voice, just shut it down.
She's like, no.
Yeah, just fucking slam something down and leave out. It's like feel like a cat there, like a spray bottle. Like when she starts to raise her voice, ready for it. Like a water gun.
Oh, could you imagine?
But yeah, thanks for the email. We appreciate it, and let us know how it goes.